Hello, everybody. What is going on? Welcome back. Yes, episode 18. Today's topic, today's focus, today's episode title is Your Environment Matters More Than Your Genetics. I'll just say it. I'll just say it. Yeah. Your environment. Yes. You know, when you want to lose fat, gain the muscle mass, decrease low back pain, your environment, your habits. All right. Everyone, if you're new to my podcast here, my name is Coach Patrick. I help desk workers get lean, help armor the body the desk chair will not break. All right. So, speaking of armoring the body, let's do a little quick 10-second posture check here. Then, Kansas City weather report. We'll dive into the nuts and bolts of today's stuff. All right. 10 seconds. Lift your chest up. Take your shoulders up to your squeeze shoulder blades back, and then your shoulders down. Chin tucked in. Chest up a little bit more. Let's hold that. 10, 9, chin back. 8, squeeze shoulder blades back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax or stay there. That is up to you. Moving forward to today's little Kansas City weather report. So I live in North Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah, today is humid so far. A little bit of rain already. We just got done having a little bit of heat dome, anywhere from like 100, 115 degrees this past few days on Monday, Sunday, and Saturday, and a little bit yesterday. And so today felt a little bit of a relief, but still humid, a little bit of rain, partial clouds, good for the garden. Boom, done. Now you know what's going on in Kansas City a little bit. I just like to talk about the weather. I'm outside a lot. I get to be one with nature, yes. All right, back to today's episode. So I really want to talk about this topic because my 12 plus years being a fitness trainer, and then my last handful of years being a fat loss coach for desk workers. So many people are like, "Well, it's in my genetics." Okay, cool. I'm not gonna take that out. That genetics is a variable. It absolutely is. It sucks. It sucks. Genetics can play a huge role on where you store fat. Play a huge role where your fat comes off first. So where it comes off last can be, quote, the stubborn fat. Whenever you're working towards your health and fitness, that's the last place it comes off. I mean, it's just the way it is. And also, too, genetics can play a huge role in cancer, dementia. The list goes on about the health and the fitness side. It really can. It can go on to how if you're a runner training for a marathon, it can go into how your oxygen output goes out, and therefore you can hold a higher oxygen intake into your muscles. It's a thing. Some people just have higher oxygen and higher myoglobin. I think I'm saying all right during an endurance event. Therefore, as a result, they got to work a little less at it. I'm like, big middle finger you, but hands together, good for you. All right. And so sometimes some of us have to work harder in some areas to get from A to B. All right. And again, I am not eliminating genetics. Not at all. Genetics play a small role. However, your environment is going to play a huge, bigger role. If your environment's not set up for you to lose fat, for you to lose some weight, for you to gain some muscle, we're not talking about genetics anymore. I'm talking about your environment. Environment's going to play a huge role in this day to day. And again, my 12 plus years of doing this, people are like, "Oh, genetics," and then they just stop a program or they try it for 2 weeks. Like, fuck it, I tried everything. No, you didn't. You didn't get on a program and try, whether it's my coaching program or someone else's. A lot of programs out there work. You got to give a program a try, not just a program. Set up your environment. All right, moving on. Number one, I'm going to attack first sleep. Go to your bedroom now, if you can, or later. Look around. Is your bedroom set up for a good night's sleep? Yes, no, maybe. Okay. Are you actively trying to go to bed 5-10 minutes earlier than what you feel comfortable doing, or quote allowed to, or whatever? We all have different living situations. Okay. Want to respect, are we scrolling on social media right before bed? That's going to keep you up. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you have outside noise, like a dog barking, maybe you live in an apartment complex, that noise can keep you up. You got some earplugs you can pop in real quick, or some sort of white noise in the background. If not, get one. It helps. Helps. Are you setting an alarm clock on your phone, or you got a cheap alarm clock by your side? Are you charging your phone in a different room? All these things help with a better night's sleep. If you're constantly running 4 or 5, 6 hours of sleep, your ghrelin, your hunger hormone, goes up. When that part goes up, we tend to eat more calories, or just eat whatever's inside. All right, so sleep, part of your environment for a better fat loss plan. Second, this one's one of my favorites. Plan before you shop. So, for an example, today's Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. All right, July 29th. Yeah, I looked at my watch. My wife and I go to the grocery store on Friday. We take the food, cook it, or have it around, whatever, on Sunday, and plan for the next week. Okay, so plan before you shop. Boom, go. So if you're focusing on your calories, if you are focusing on your protein, fiber, carbs, fat, plan that in as you're trying to find a recipe or whatever you want to make for yourself. Put that down on paper or phone or whatever. Then go get it. Or maybe you have your food delivery service. I don't know. Just in that department, everyone's different. That's cool. You got to do what works for you. But if you're on a program where you get 120 to 150 grams of protein, or 175 to 200 grams of protein, plan that as you're making your meals on your list, and then go get it. Just don't wing it at the grocery store and then be like, well, I need 150 grams of protein. If you don't have that laying around, you're not going to get adequate protein in. If you're going to be in a slight calorie deficit, if it calls for your system, your protocol, your day to day to be in, and you bring home high calorie dense options, that's what you're going to end up eating. All right. So plan before you shop. And this helping your environment. All right. Number 3, are you eating foods that keep you full? Now, the way this ties into blaming genetics, Coach Eva just walked down the stairs and filming in my basement, so you might see her pop up here if you're watching on Spotify or YouTube. Is I've heard this quite a few times. Well, I'm going to be fat because my family's fat. I don't like using the fat word at all. All right, so I'm just gonna make that very clear. I hate using that. And so whenever I hear that, because I love my family, but a lot of my family are overweight. People tend to not put the work into. I'm like, hey, protein helps you feel full. Hey, fiber helps you feel full. All right. So, going back to the number 3 here that I'm talking about, eat foods that keep you full. I'm not saying you slam down 2 packs of Oreos and be like, I finally feel full. All right. The protein and fiber. Okay. Protein and fiber. Water actually helps you feel full. Some soda water does because the bubbles in it helps you feel full. Food volume. Are you focusing on that? That's part of your environment. Huge part of your environment. And if you're not focusing on that, then you're always going to be in that ever going on circle, fighting fullness, fighting hungry, that type of thing. All right. Number 4, are you being consistent with your weight training? And how that ties into genetics is, well, and these are exact lines that I heard from current clients or past clients or just people that I talk to, family, friends. Well, I'm never going to get toned up arms. So what's the point of going? Because you can. It might take you a little while. It might take you long. Well, I'm always going to have a flabby, big stomach. So there's no point of working out my core and abs. I mean, you can do it. There's many other reasons to work out your core and abs besides the flabby stomach part. Strong core equals strong back equals strong posture. Are you being consistent with your weight training? Minimum 3 days a week. 4 to 5 helps with your full body recomp. You can see muscular visibility. You can, quote, get toned up. You can do that, but you also got to be consistent with your weight training. Now, if you're not eating or eating way less to lose weight and, quote, lose body fat and not weight training, well, that's going to have a huge, greater impact later down the road. Maybe not now. All right, number 5. Again, I work with desk workers who want to get lean and help armor the body. Part of armoring the body in my coaching system is decreasing joint pain. Decreasing, okay? I'm not a magician. I'm not a miracle worker. But if you focus on your mobility, it can help decrease, right? So number 5, do not neglect your mobility. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do a full 45 minutes daily. Something, one lower body, one upper body, better than nothing. Have a routine. If you can't do it every day, that's cool. That's cool. Do it 3 times a week. But if you're not doing it, yeah, I guarantee you're going to have some sort of pain somewhere, whether it's in your knees, back, hips, neck, big toes, feet. List goes on. And then I heard this several times before in the past. Well, my family just have low back pain, so I guess I'm going to. Well, okay, are you working on your mobility? Yes or no? And then most of the time it's no. All right, so if you're going to neglect it, I'm more than 90% chance that you're going to have some sort of pain somewhere. All right, moving on. Number 6. This is the last one, by the way. This just overall comprehensive review here about helping your environment. Okay, now we all have different living situations. We all have different ways where we grew up. Maybe we're stuck in some sort of environmental loop circle. Maybe we live with other people that we're sharing environments with. All right, trying to cover all. Do our best here. Is number 6, look around inside your living space. Is it set up for success? Or at least, if it's not perfect, that, shit, what is perfect? Is it set up for a success, or are you at least trying? Because if you don't have very many inputs, your mobility, your nutrition, your weight training, something, then it's just not going to be set up for success. Look around. You got workout clothes laid out. Do you have a refrigerator calendar, for an example? Are you writing down the days you're going to work out? If you're not even planning on working out, then you're definitely not going to. It's a time blocking in there. Do you plan on doing some sort of food prep on Sunday or making a grocery list? Look around. Do you got junk food laying around? If you do, you're going to have a high risk of consuming it. High risk. All right. So, look at your environment right there. Go back to the area that you choose to sleep at. Is it set up for a good night's rest? Is it? Just some things to think about. Your environment matters more than your genetics. A reminder, I'm not saying genetics does not play a role. It absolutely does. I'm not going to take that away. But you could still put forth effort into your environment. And these small changes will make a greater impact on your results. All right. Well, you could take one of these. You could take all of them, a few of them, whatever, apply it to your own protocol, your own systems. Hey, thank you so much for listening. Thanks for joining me. Hit like, share, subscribe, tell people to listen to me. Do what you want. Anyway, more importantly, you have a fantastic day and talk to you soon. Bye.